thank you. Nice.
Bogi, welcome back. How do you feel?
Amazing. I mean, really, we won a game. That's really what makes me happy because otherwise I will probably feel really bad. But yeah, it's really exciting to be back, and happy to join the team, really.
I mean, I know it was not the perfect welcome back, but just what was it feel like shaking the rust off and just kind of working back into shape?
I honestly think it was perfect because I didn't expect, honestly. When I was checking in, I was really calm. Like, I know what I'm going to do and what is my job, and I was ready. But then, I don't know. I didn't expect that ovations and crowd going crazy. Like, I understand, but it was really, it was hard for me. It made me nervous, honestly, like a little kid. That's how I felt like first 2 minutes, and everyone's trying to talk to me. I can't hear nothing, like, and it was crazy, really, and I think it was perfect. Yeah.
Bogi, what was that feeling like earlier today to get to send out that Instagram post and know that, like, finally, after all of the hard work you'd put into rehab and everything, that you finally today get that opportunity?
Yeah, it was crazy, really. First time I experienced that type of injury, in my life, and I really love this game, really. Like, and it's just amazing, to go through that process, since last season, and the way I finished the season, it's kind of when you get hurt and someone take that from you, it's you behave like a kid, really, and you want to come back really bad, and there was a lot of like tough nights, thinking, am I gonna be myself, blah blah blah, how long this is gonna hurt, and I didn't have a like real setbacks, but at the end I didn't know, I was really like pushing to come back at the beginning of the season, then it didn't, everything didn't, it just needed more time to heal, and Dr. Neil Ilitraz was telling me that, it might be 5, it might be 6 months, this type of injuries like that. So I was really surrounded by family and people that were really, giving me that like positive spirit all the time, and that really helped me. That really helped me, and now I'm back and hopefully for good.
Bogi, after you were playing a few minutes, what did you realize, like, okay, I think this is becoming familiar, I'm back, and are you on any minutes restrictions?
Like, I see what I need to do, but I cannot do it, like at that speed, because last time I played basketball, was different speed. So yeah, I will need to get back on my speed. But I really felt good, last season, like almost the whole year I played with one leg. It was really difficult to deal with it, a lot of like, it's not just playing, is like sleeping, I couldn't sleep some nights, I couldn't, and that mess with your fatigue and stuff. It's more mental, of course, I didn't expect to, come back dunking, but no pain at least. So that was what I was dealing with, and now I'm happy. Really, I was patient, and that's it. I'm ready.
Bogi, welcome back. What has it been like to work with Paul, the player development coach, and how has he helped you?
He was helping me a lot, even during the tough times. He was one of the guys for sure. To keep pushing me, encouraging me, to do the work, and he was there all the time. I know Coach Nate sometimes give him the day off, but he's there. Him came, O'Neal and Malik, they're there every day. I know that, so shout out to them. And also big thanks to the my PT stuff as well, Marty, Taka. They really helped me a lot. Mike, strength coach. They were also, I was really pain in the ass for them because I was complaining, why does it hurt? I thought I'm going to start the season. I was really nervous. I was, and I couldn't hide it from them. So I was mad at them. I was mad at doctor and everybody. So, but they were really patient, and they were there for me, and they were really supportive. So big thanks to them.
Okay, in watching, all of the games this season, all of the practice, how were you able to kind of visualize how you would fit into everything, with everything kind of changing a little bit with Dejounte coming in?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident, in organization. So coaches and everybody. So I know I'll fit in right away. I knew the plays. I didn't even go through the plays. I did this morning a little bit, but I knew everything right away when I stepped on the floor, and I know our game. So, and I feel like I'm type of the player that can fit anywhere. So I'm taught to play that team basketball. I know where's these small gaps, and that's my style. And I'm just trying to teach the other players, to play. I think that's a very effective way to play, and it's very fun as well.
Bogi, after going such a long stretch of trying to rehab and get back, when you finally did hit the floor tonight, did you feel any mental hesitation of wondering about the knee, or at that point it just kind of is blocked out?
No, because when you practice, you deal with this little pain, It's not even a pain; it's weakness. It's that mental weakness, and then you try to do you lift and you feel good, and then you're on the court, because lifting and court stuff is different, and then when you need to play against somebody, it's another difference that you have, and another fear that you have to outcome. So I didn't have anything. I played against the coaches a ton of the times, against the players. I did my conditioning test. I did everything that I could, so I was really confident, really and I was aiming this game. I was aiming actually to play sack, but I wasn't ready. I still, like you said, I had a little mental issues problem against sack, and I couldn't go. So they give me another week. They say let's aim to Denver, because there was 2 aims, that I had, but. No, when I stepped on the floor, I was just nervous because of fans, honestly. I was there every night, and I didn't expect it, but it was fun.
Any final questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Nate, a pretty good performance from.
That wasn't pretty good. That was great. It really was. I'm gonna just start off just respect for these guys, and how they just came together and played the game together for 48 minutes. We saw this in Orlando. We had guys to go down, and we had guys to step up and play. I thought DJ tonight did a great job of establishing the tempo from start to finish, running the team, managing the team, and all of our guys who, stepped in the starting roles, Jalen, AJ, Jarrett, Clint, those guys just played great basketball. It was a team effort tonight. I know we had some big-time individual performances, but a total team effort tonight, beating a really good team in Denver.
I'm just curious about that third quarter, because that was the only one that you guys allowed them to score 35 points, so that's more than 30 points. How do you weigh when it's the time to kind of give the guys a chance to make the adjustments themselves on the fly versus trying to stop a team's run?
No, you're trying to stop the run. We knew that they would come out more aggressive, and what they did was they got their transition game going. They didn't do that in the first half. The second half, they just started flying. Every miss, they started running, and we were late getting back in transition in that third quarter, and they were able to score some easy baskets and really get themselves back in the game pretty quickly. So what we had to do is make sure that we started to rotate out of the corners. We was waiting on the rebound to see who got the rebound before we started to get back into transition. We made that adjustment, did a better job of getting back and keeping them in front of us. But we knew they would come out aggressive and try to get their running game going, and they did in the third quarter.
Hey, you said before the game that everybody who was going to play had to, bring their ego, don't be afraid. And I thought that was one of the things that really kind of stood out was that nobody was afraid tonight out there. They just all did their thing.
Yes, I mean, they play the game, play your game. This is an opportunity for a lot of our guys, and they've been waiting and working to be ready for this opportunity. And, some of those guys got that opportunity in the Orlando game. A few of our guys got that opportunity tonight, and they prepared themselves for it. Go out and play your game. Be aggressive. Stay in your lane, but, don't try to replace that guy that is out. Just play your game, and I thought our guys did tonight. It was really fun to coach them and see the execution, the connection out there on both ends of the floor.
Coach, in Orlando, I asked Dejounte after the game, what would it take for the guys to carry that energy from Orlando, from the win to home on Friday? And he said just kind of what you were saying. He echoed what you were saying about how guys have to step up and how guys have to kind of just carry that same energy. Yeah. What has it been like to see him grow into that leadership position with the team?
It was great. I mean, we saw that tonight, put the ball in his hands, and he led this team, to the win. Basically establish the tempo, but he also controlled the tempo. He was communicating, with his guys throughout the night. Talking on offense and defense in the locker room, and it was a game that he knew he had to step up with all the guys that we had out of the lineup. Both he and Clint, stepped up and really led this young group to a win. And, it starts with our guards. And, tonight, DJ, 8 assists, 34 points, only 1 turnover. That it doesn't get much better than that. And again, you beat a really good team in Denver who's been playing well. I think they won their last 4 games in a row. Tough matchup for anybody.
And Coach, now talk about the improvement of Vit with Coach the next pre-game, his defensively on both ends of the floor. Vit playing hard for you get that big dunk, big block. Talk about that young man's growth, man.
He's a confident kid. He's a confident kid, and he believes in himself. He's just he's got a great spirit about him. When he gets out on the floor, he can play with anybody. His basketball IQ is really high. I'm happy to see him get an opportunity. He got that opportunity in Orlando, the second half, and again tonight, and he made the most of it. He continues to work hard to prepare himself for the opportunity to play, and he knows how to play. He knows how to play the game.
Nate, on top of everything else, Bogi gets his first minutes tonight. Yeah. What was it to see him get out on the floor, and including the crowd reaction to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know our fans love Bogi just as much as we do, and it was great to see him get back on the floor and be Bogi. He missed a couple shots, but he wasn't hesitant. I think the big key to guys coming back when they have a leg injury is playing in traffic and being afraid to get in the mix of things. And he looked pretty relaxed, pretty confident. He's been working hard, playing some 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, a little 5-on-5 here lately. But it was great to have his game back out on the floor. They had a great deal of respect for him, and they was trying to stay with him like a glove.
Nate, it feels like each game we've seen AJ just get better and better, and I'm curious, for him defensively, what would the next step be for him to be a consistent
It's
presence?
just playing. It's continuing to, get minutes out there. It's the first time he's seen Denver before. Oklahoma City will be next, and we haven't even gone through the league. So, just continuing to go out there and try to work as hard as he can, get a feel for this NBA game. And, I think he continues to take that approach. He's going to continue to improve on both ends of the floor.
You had Jarrett Culver in the starting lineup. What went into that decision, and what was your impression from his game tonight?
I wanted to, I didn't want to start Bogi, and we decided to put AJ and Jarrett. I think Jarrett is a solid player on both ends of the floor. He can handle the ball. He defends. He rebounds, and I watched him probably about a month ago in the G League, and really was impressed with how he played. And that was Jarrett that I remembered in the league. So I was really looking for an opportunity to give him some time out on the floor, and he has played well. To have his experience out on the floor and to step in when we've had so many injuries has really helped us these last two games.
Any last questions for Coach? Thanks.
All right, guys.
DJ, just being able to get through tonight, guide your team, through a very tough Denver team and get through all four quarters without several of your starters. Just how does it feel getting through everything?
I mean, it was good to get a win. I think it just showed, how deep we are, young talent, a bunch of hardworking guys. Because we had three key guys out, three starters. That's, it's hard to win games, in the league like that, especially playing, a team like that that's been with each other. And obviously the records show, what they're doing this season.
What were you able to, exploit with Denver's defense in that first half? I believe you guys shot 60% from the floor, which is, I think, the best first half that you guys have had so far this season.
I think it was just a confidence thing. A lot of guys, been ready to step up and ready to play. And, the main thing that I always try to preach to these guys is be confident in the hard work you put in each and every day. It's just basketball. You're going to miss shots. You're going to turn the ball over, make mistakes. And, overall, I think we was having a lot of fun as well.
DJ, when you come to the East, you've had so many wars with Denver over the years. You still have the one-on-one battles. Is it any different now? You got a new set of teammates, or is that fire still there from all the old rivalries?
I mean, I still, keep that chip on my shoulder, that fire inside. Always hungry and want to get better. So obviously I'm familiar with Denver. We played them a lot, in my previous years. And like I said, that's a team that's been together. They accomplished a lot of things together. They're still, playing really at a high level. And, for me, it's the same thing. The only difference for me is, obviously, like you said, a new team. So learning my new guys and getting comfortable with them, them getting comfortable with me, coaches, everything. So, it's a challenge that I want, a challenge that I accepted, and, I'm going to continue to work and learn.
Dejounte, you are obviously a guy who's dealt with your own serious leg injury. To see Bogi put in all that hard work in rehab and to finally get that moment of being able to play tonight, what was that like for you to be able to see that experience for him?
I mean, I was smiling for him. I was waiting to see him show up at the arena today, waiting for the tweet to go out to say he's playing, him to go and get his shine and post on Instagram and stuff. I just know, man, the mental part of that, it could really break you, It's not easy. We all are normal people, we're all, the same. And, for him, since I got here, I've been watching him since the summer. I've been watching him rehab. And all I did was try to talk to him. I never talked to him about basketball. It was always, advice from what I went through, what for him to what to expect, and just telling him to stay confident, believe in all the hard work you put in. And, it's a mental thing at the end of the day, and you know yourself more than anybody. So I'm proud and happy for him. I want the best for him because he's a great teammate and a great person.
Denver took their one and only lead late in the third quarter, but you all responded. Was it something Coach said or that you as a group collectively got back on track and took the lead and never looked back?
I think it was a group thing. You know, you add coach in there as well because we all won. And you know, just stay solid. Don't panic. You know, they went on a run. It's game of runs. A really good team over there with great players. So I think that's all it was. And we executed and, you know, built the lead and was able to get a great team win.
Nate has talked a lot about you guys bringing your ego, bringing your own particular games, just seeing guys like Jarrett kind of come in and be in the starting lineup for the first time. What was it like kind of seeing him just play his game?
I mean, that's somebody like, you know, there's a bunch of different personalities, but a lot of great dudes around the locker room. And, you know, for him, I just try to talk to him because I was a 29th pick, you know, and he was a way higher pick. And the thing I just try to tell him is it's never how you start, you know, it's always how you finish. And you know, the teams you went through, it was just part of your journey. You know, that's what God has set up for you. And keep working hard, keep being a great person. And that's all he's been doing. So, you know, for me, I smile when I see dudes like that, you know, rise to the top. And like I told him, don't never get comfortable because there's a lot of work and learning to do. And, you know, it's all going to come full circle. So, you know, I was happy for him.
Congratulations on the win. You scored 34 points tonight. Can you just talk about your energy level tonight?
I mean, just doing, you know, what I do. I made shots, you know, like I always preach, you make or miss shots in this league. And I work really hard each and every day, take care of my body. So, you know, it's a make or miss shot lead. And I think tonight, you know, a lot of stuff that I make went my way. You know, but I'm more impressed with the one turnover because I'm somebody who knows, you know, turning the ball over could change the game. So having one turnover for myself and 12 for the team, you know, is pretty good. You know, but like I said, one for me, just especially coming off of games where I had 5, 7, you know, and I got to take care of the ball, you know. See you guys.
AJ, I asked Nate earlier, and, you know, it just feels like each game that we watch you in, you just seem to get better and better. So for you, what do you see as the next step for you, especially on the defensive end?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would definitely say just staying consistent, you know, coming into the game, making sure I'm doing things on both ends of the floor and making sure, like, you know, I'm not getting complacent. You know, I got to continue to see where I could get better, continue to have the same mindset that I had when, you know, I wasn't getting the minutes. So just continue to, you know, stay with that formula. So.
7 of the 9 of you who played tonight were in double digits. Can you talk about how that total team effort showed itself?
I think that definitely shows, you know, the character of our teams, how, you know, anyone could, you know, go out there and make impact. And I think, you know, just had so much fun playing with each other tonight, be able to really just, you know, play team basketball. And, you know, we all had that one goal in mind, just, you know, get this, you know, big win and, you know, just continue to build on this, knowing that we're on a win streak now. So, yeah.
AJ, Nate mentioned the fact of part of your growth is you're still seeing teams for the first time.
Yeah.
So seeing Denver tonight, what have you, outside of just being able to film study and actually play them, what do you think you kind of learned about them?
You know, really just the tendencies, getting to know the league, getting to know each player, and, you know, that's our first time seeing them, and the next time you're able to remember, you know, little things about each player. You know, again, you know, I watched NBA a lot, though, growing up, and, you know, a lot of, like, Jokic, just be able to, you know, play him for the first time. I think that was pretty cool, and, you know, I still, like, every single time I play against a star for the first time, it's still, like, you know, you got that little, I don't know what you should call it, kind of like just being like a fan of the game and be able to compete, you know, be on the same floor. I think it's, you know, it's definitely a blessing.
When Denver went on that run in the third quarter, and Nate kept you guys out there instead of calling the timeout for, you know, I guess to slow the run and give you guys time to adjust. I mean, what does that say about your team's ability to kind of reverse your fortunes and get the run back in your favor?
Yeah, I think that was a, you know, huge shift in the game, where we just had to, you know, come together and make sure, you know, it was a game of runs, and we're gonna have to, you know, continue to fight, continue to, you know, keep pushing, knowing that we had the lead, and they just made a comeback, but being able to, you know, stay composed, you know, stay, you know, together. I think that was huge for us. You know, that speaks a lot of our team right there.
AJ, as a fellow young guy, what was it like seeing V get that putback dunk?
That's my guy. We're always, joking around and shooting, after practice. Just, to be able to see, him having fun out there and get him a putback dunk. We had to hype him up one time, Yeah.
AJ, not only first time, obviously, for you to play Denver, but first time for Bogi to get out on the floor and you getting to play with him. What was it like to see Bogi after, especially all the rehab that he's had to get out on the floor tonight?
Yeah, that was special. Just play with him for the first time. I see, we had that shooter mentality, both of me and him, and I think it's going to be a special year to play with him, and especially knowing what it takes to get through those rehabs. It's not easy, and so just being happy for him. Getting that first bucket to go. I know there's many more to come.
AJ, you played 19 minutes in the second half. There was a timeout that Nate called, and he put you back into the game. When you get in those late game situations and Denver's making a run, with a shorthanded lineup, did you feel like you were more of a focal point of the offense and that consequently the defensive attention on you was greater tonight?
Yeah, I definitely think, on both ends, I feel like I'm getting that trust from Coach, and I really appreciate that, especially at a young age. And wanting to, take those challenges, those are all new experiences, but, you can always, move forward with your effort. And I think, going down the stretch, I think those are the moments that, I love to be able to, really just go out there and get the win. And, it felt good to get that win tonight.
Any final questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.